what would be some examples then of,
Sure.
of use cases probably?
Yeah, so let's talk about the front of the house for a second. Okay, so a guest, or from the guest perspective, the metaverse is ideal for experiential marketing.
Yep. Yep.
Pre-experiential marketing. Okay, travel and hospitality is all about the experience.
Yes.
We, as consumers, as guests, we are choosing where we're going to invest our dollars.
Yep.
In what experiences we want to hopefully experience or achieve. The metaverse, either in a virtual reality environment where people are pre-experiencing, they're pre-analyzing this property versus that property. They're saying, do we really want to take that tour? Is Ecuador really an interesting country, etc.? So a really strong use case is there is metaverse virtual reality content where now people can actually collaborate and share in their pre-experiences. You can actually get your family together and have a light pre-experience of this is what it's like at Harry Potter World at Universal versus this is what it's going to be like at SeaWorld potentially. And you make decisions. You vote with your eyes instead of your feet. And that's one real world. So that's pre-experiential marketing.
The ultimate try before you buy, sort of.
It's very elegantly put. It's a try before you buy scenario that has an immersive experience. So it is digital marketing. It is all those things that, huge investments by the brands and resorts, et cetera. They should do. It's competitive market. So that's a wonderful, very linear, clear return on investment implementation for the metaverse on the guest side using virtual reality. In augmented reality on the guest side of the equation in travel and hospitality, there's the ability to create geolocated augmented reality activations. So that means I'm walking down, I'm on Bondi Beach in Sydney.
Yep.
And I have a choice. Do I go to this bar? Do I go to this restaurant? Do I go to this club? Do I go to this hotel? Well, while I'm walking around, there's a large sign that says, put your supercomputer in your hand and point it to this QR code. Because as we all know, the pandemic has revitalized QR codes. QR codes are back.
Yep.
So I put my phone up against this QR code, and suddenly this whole augmented reality activation, marketing activation, product activation, demo activation is occurring in front of me 500 meters or 50 meters away from the actual location that's being marketed to me or being introduced to me. I now have a reason to perhaps make a decision to be a client of that establishment or that hotel or that restaurant versus others. So that's geolocated augmented reality activations.
Wow.
And those can include videos, they can include 3D objects, they can include, you can go down the rabbit hole where there'll be like a web page inside and you go through and you see an immersive world where you're actually walking around. Within the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to see tourists walking around sidewalks, around tourist areas, experiencing something. They're going to be but they're going to be in their phone, but it's going to look like I'm in a spatial environment, audio, spatial visual experience in this. And don't forget, turn left because that's where this entity is, etc. So that's a clear example of augmented reality as a guest marketing differentiated type opportunity. The last thing that's interesting in regards to the guest side is even within the actual property itself or the hotel itself, static murals, photos, paintings, all kinds of content in the guest room. I will walk in the guest room. Brendan, you will be working on implementations in 2 to 3 years where clients are going to say, Brendan, find me the great stuff because I want to put an augmented reality overlay on the entire guest room. So when the guest walks in the guest room, they're going to say, oh, that's how this IPTV, whatever, this casting works. Oh, that's how the guest room management system works. I see, because now I can, so it's overlay of information, marketing content. Hey, join the VIP program. Oh, there's a 3D rendering of the hamburger from the F&B menu. All going to be activated via symbols and QR codes that are embedded in different areas of the guest room.
Wow.